Om Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum. So in this third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is Karma Yoga, and we are discussing this concept. When we started study of Bhagavad Gita, we didn't do shloka after shloka, meaning of the shlokas, etc., because that is done many places, easy to read in books also. So certain concepts which will be helpful to us in developing ourselves, in understanding ourselves. We, being extrovert, look at others and find faults with them. But naturally we are not introverts. We are made extroverts. We are born extroverts. That is the hurdle. So unless we are introvert, we will not be able to understand where the faults lies in our life. If I am not progressing, why do I not progress? What is the meaning of spiritual progress? So whichever spiritual practice you do, that which is common, that which is must for even the survival of the body, to be alive, keep on living our life, itself you need to do action, karma. So doing karma is something which is imperative. Doing karma is something which nobody is free from. That's what Sri Krishna told. Not even for a moment anybody can be free from karma. You keep on doing karma. Difference between one person and another person is not doing less karma or more karma, but how do we perform our action? With attachment, with detachment, karma itself prompted by our desires, prompted by a positive spiritual ideal that people do, for example, spiritual practices, tapasya, etc. Every karma has a cause, a reason, a purpose. Nobody does anything without purpose. There is a nice sloka in a scripture called Mimamsa, Purva Mimamsa. Vedanta is called Uttara Mimamsa. Mimamsa is study or analysis. So in Purva Mimamsa there is a beautiful sloka which says, Prayojanam anuddishya mandopina pravartate. Without reason, without purpose, even a lunatic or a mad person also doesn't do anything. We all do. Whatever we do, we have a purpose. So, the purpose has to be higher. With a higher purpose you do. Most of the people, that is Maya, that is ignorance. Most of the people do not even feel necessary to think about whether I should have a goal in life. As I was telling other day, if you are going for a 2 weeks, 3-week trip somewhere, you plan everything. By which flight I am going, which hotel I am going to stay, what I am going to see, whom I am going to meet, etc. What we do not do is we do not plan the life itself. Ask yourself, what I want after 5 years, what I want to be after 5 years. Most of us doesn't have any clarity. We pass the days in a good way and let me see where the life takes me. Not that I want to achieve this and let me work hard for that. We don't do or plan our life in that way. Karma Yoga teaches us this, that karma is a must, action is must. We must do karma, otherwise we cannot survive. If you do certain karma, for example, whole day you can do, keep on doing this. It is a black chair put this side, grey chair put this side. Then somebody asks you, since morning you are changing the chairs from here to there and there to here. Why? I do not know. I just am doing something. People say, he is mad. Because there is no purpose. So when you plan your life with a purpose in mind, and certain things you omit, certain things you renounce, certain things you do not do, certain things you do more because that is helpful to your goal. But if you do not have any goal to achieve, I am not telling about the worldly goal, that people do study, job, earn more money because I want to buy a big house, that's fine. As I was talking one day here, one question is there. You ask the same question to yourself 3 times, and that will make you a philosopher. Start from anything. And 3rd time, same question, you will not be able to answer. Take anything. For example, we came to Ramakrishna Mission. Tell me what is the purpose of coming to Ramakrishna Mission? You say, no, we came to go to temple, we came to hear the lecture, whatever. Same question, say we want to visit the temple. What is the purpose of visiting temple? Answer. Whatever answer comes, ask the same question, what is the purpose of that? This 2 to 3 times asking yourself the purpose of what you do could be anything. I have a mobile phone. What is the purpose? I want to communicate with people. What is the purpose of communicating with the people? Some answer. Then what is the purpose of that? 3rd time is difficult to answer any question. So, idea is this. We keep on doing karma, but people who do karma with a goal in their mind is different than people keep on doing karma and somehow living the life. At the most we can see only few feet around us. We cannot see very far. So you have only worldly goals. Up to a certain extent you think about the study, or after the job and going to a better job and going to this place and that place. What eventually you want, especially when you are at an advanced stage of your life, this question is very much necessary to ask. Why do I do what I do? Why I am doing this? If you are doing this, there is something which we call it a grand exit from this world. Whatever you do in this world doesn't go after that exit, the exit door. Everything remains here. Then why should I do it? If you are transferred from here, you are not allowed or you may not be able to, then why should you accumulate those things? Say after 1 month you are going back to India for good. Will you keep on buying furnitures? No, because I can't take those furnitures with me. That's why you don't buy. But same logic we don't apply in our life. When I will die, I won't be able to take anything. Then why do I accumulate those things? Karma Yoga, not only that, Karma Yoga teaches us everything. Asking question, why do I do what I do? Is it necessary to do? Can I go without doing this? And slowly you will find the karmas will reduce. We don't give up, we cannot give up rather, the karma. So we are supposed to give up bad karmas. All that is negative. Then you give up sakama karma. Karma with desire. Fulfilling some desires, you do karma. That also you reduce. Then comes either nishkama karma or sattvika karma, which will help you to lead spiritual life. In Bhagavad Gita, some shlokas are there where Sri Krishna says, you can renounce everything. You don't renounce few things. You don't renounce, though it is karma, you don't renounce spiritual practice. You don't renounce remembering God or doing something good for purification of your mind. So karma we are forced to do. Accumulation of karma. But you don't do karma in reaction to what the world offered to you. The essence of Karma Yoga is this. Reduce the sakama karma, reduce the karma which is prompted by your desire. As much as you can, you should. Secondly, do not do any karma which is harmful to others. You say, we don't do any karma which is harmful to others. There are many karmas we don't think that it is harmful, but it is negative. Do we steal? Any of us go and steal from anywhere? Apparently we do not. But you steal the ideas and don't even mention whose idea is this. Thing is, apparently we don't do negative action. But maybe you do not do it physically. What about verbally? Even verbally you do not do. What about mentally? So it is called kayena manasa vacha. Physically or by verbally or mentally. In all the three different ways, you should give up that which is harmful to others. Generally, good people, they do not physically harm others. But there are people, or us, We mentally harm others out of anger. To keep up your gentlemanliness, you don't say anything. But mentally you keep on cursing the person. Or wish something bad. That also is not good. Even it is said, you do not even wish God, punish him, God, see him. No. That also you come out of that. So idea is, there are two parts of this world. One is you and one is other than you. Other than you keeps on prompting, keeps on irritating, keeps on motivating, keeps on suggesting you to keep on doing actions. And you keep on reacting to that. As a part of Karma Yoga, we have to be conscious about it. That in my reaction, I should not be harmful or hurtful to others. If you can help others, serve others, good. If you cannot, at least you should not harm others. You don't create karma. A simple, from Karma Yoga point of view, this is the whole ball game from Karma Yoga point of view. We do not know how many lives we have passed. Hundreds and hundreds of lives we may have passed. Because of the accumulated karma, part of the accumulated karma, we are what we are today. Again, in this life we create more karma. These are goes and deposited with the same in the bank, all the karmas. So that which karmas you have done, as many lives, say, are deposited in one place. There is a technical name of that bank where your karma are being accumulated and kept, all the accounts. It's called Apurva. In Apurva, all your karma or accounts are maintained. But it is so much, you cannot bring all that result of those karmas and take birth. Too many. How 100 or 200 or 1000 births karma you can exhaust in one life. So part of that you bring. Part of that made you what you are. And that part is called prarabdha. So you have heard this thing, prarabdha karma. What is prarabdha karma? All accumulated karma, called sanchita karma. All accumulated karma, part of that you bring here and take this birth. That is called prarabdha karma. And this prarabdha karma, still it is there. You will be alive. You cannot give up this body. Then there is something which you already did the karma. In this life, it's like a sending message. Once you send it, now you have a system to call it back. Earlier it was not. So that example we used to give, now cannot give. The karma which you have done, you cannot undo it. For example, out of anger, I told something bad to you. Can I undo it? There is no Control Z in our life. You do, you did. You can't take back your karma. So that karma is called agami karma, or karma which is already done. That will go and mix with the sanchita or accumulated karma. Think of that accumulated karma. Every birth, one portion of that only you can bring the enjoyment and suffering. Many people you will find apparently don't have any suffering in life. So when technically suffering doesn't mean getting hospitalized and operations and this and that. No, that is of course suffering. Suffering is the very birth itself is suffering. Just because you don't remember, you have no idea that it is suffering. It's not easy to be 9 months in the womb of mother. It's not easy. But we don't have memory by the grace of God. So we don't consider or remember that as a suffering. Now all your suffering and enjoyment, what is your this life, is called prarabdha karma. Now how to be free from this? For example, there is accumulation which will take 100 more births, for example. So you brought 100th part of that in this life. If you don't create new karma, then there is a possibility of 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4 and all 100 parts you can complete and you will be free. But because of your desire, what is the desire again? We perceive this world. We see this world. We hear, we touch, we taste, we smell. So your desires are these 5 types of desires. You want to eat something, you want to touch something, you want to smell something, you have to hear something. This is how you, seeing the world around you, this desires comes in your mind. Why desire should come first of all? Because you want to be happy. Just see simple logic. Just because you want to be happy. How to be happy? We have only 5 ways to be happy. You'll be happy by hearing, you're happy by eating, you're happy by touching, you're happy by smelling, like that. For that God created 5 senses. To touch, to hear, to smell, etc. But why desires, endlessly desires are there? There is no end of our desire. Why? It's because of ignorance that by achieving this I will be happy. That the mine of happiness is within, we never become introvert, so we do not know. That's why it is necessary to be introvert to understand that. Only scriptures can say. So to be happy, it comes in form of desire, then you perform actions. To be happy. Some actions give you happiness, most of the actions give you misery. The way to be free from karma is not to create karma. Whatever is created is created. You can't destroy it. It can be destroyed provided you realize the truth that the karma doesn't belong to me. Sri Krishna will tell in the next chapter. If karma doesn't belong to you, because you are Atman, so to realize your true identity, to realize your true self is the goal. Unless you do it, this going and coming, creating karma, creating desires, will keep on doing and there is no end of it. We keep on coming. So the basis of karma yoga, last almost 29 to 30 lectures we did on karma yoga itself. Today is 29th lecture maybe. We have to do karma and karma has a result. So it will be added into your accumulated karma. Only part of accumulated karma you bring and live this life, suffer or enjoy, create more karma, add into accumulated karma. There is no end of it. So logically end will come provided you don't create new karma. But we keep on creating karma, whether you like it or not. So it is practically impossible for anyone to get liberation or salvation unless once you realize the truth, that even if karma is there, even if karma phala is there, even if the effect of karma is there, effect of karma cannot be on me, the Atman. It is on the body, or it is on the final body which goes transmigration. It is you who is going to take 100 or 1000 births. Who is that you? This body will last for 70, 80, 90 years and you have to give up this body. But as you consider yourself as body, as we consider ourselves as this body, but this body will fall. So you go out of the body, and that is called final body, Sukshma Sharira. And that Sukshma Sharira takes another gross body. And that Sukshma Sharira, same Sukshma Sharira will continue. It is like you keep on changing the laptops and all your files are in a pen drive. You just connect with any new laptop and files will open. That is Sukshma Sharira. Gross body may look different. Today is Asus computer, tomorrow is HP, then some Acer or IBM, whatever is there, Lenovo, whatever is there. Different laptops, computers could be there. Sukshma Sharira, all the information is the same. You keep on editing that, correct? So, the Sukshma Sharira travels from one body to another body. In the Western world, a person dies, they say he left his soul. In the Eastern religion, we say no, he is the soul, he left the body. They say any Asian person dies, the language will be he died or he left his body. In a Western world, they will let he left his soul. He can't leave the soul because he is the soul. So perennially thinking that he is the body and he left his soul. No. Whatever is there is a way of putting it, because the philosophy is different. In Semitic religion, there is no concept of Sukshma Sharira as we think. The soul, mind, etc. is in a different way they interpret. Anyway. So idea is this. When we come to this world, anybody who has a body, they call embodied being. One who has a body. They must work for the maintenance of the body. Krishna says in one place, Sharira yatra vichate. Even your body cannot survive without doing karma. So karma is must. Swami Vivekananda told to the monks, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga is according to your temperament. Karma Yoga is compulsory. Everybody must do Karma Yoga. There is another reason of Karma Yoga, which is very philosophical. We all use the technical, scientific, all the installations, whether AC or fan or speaker or light or mobile phone or whatever. We all use it. How many of us know the technology behind it? We don't know. But still we use it. You don't need to know the technology to use it. How the aircon works, I don't know, but still I switch on the aircon. For me, it is pressing the button only. Though pressing button is only symbolic. There is a technology. It is the same electricity, if connected with the heater, produce heat. It's the same electricity connected to air condition creates coolness. So, understanding this, a little small technology. For example, I came to know that this is mobile phone. What a big science is there behind it? And to know that it is mobile phone, so I come to know. No. Mobile phone is inert. Your eyeballs are also inert. Then what is conscious? Knowledge cannot take place in an inert thing, no? Knowledge takes place in a conscious thing. So when you come to know that this is mobile phone, when you come to know he is so and so, you come to know she is so and so, you come to know that this is spectacles, you come to know this is camera, you come to know this is microphone, whichever knowledge takes place, because of your senses of knowledge, you come to know the sense objects. It's called knowledge in general. When you perceive something by any senses, any of the senses, an inert senses or inert sense, whether eye or ear or whatever, and the inert object, how the knowledge can take place in you. So there is a beautiful, very important one shloka is there in Kenopanishad. When you perceive the object, I saw something, so the impression, photo of the object captured by my eyes, whether through retina or whatever we do not know, is carried to the brain. And brain is already thousands and millions of impressions are there. Just like Google, there is a search engine. Immediately recognize, yeah, this is a mobile phone, because you have seen mobile phone many times. So when this photo of mobile phone through your eyes goes to your brain, and your brain search to identify the object, sometimes we cannot identify, correct? If I saw somebody, yeah, I have seen you somewhere, but I don't remember. Because your search engine is still searching, who is this person? Then it gives one more clue. Then it is easier. Yeah, understand, we met this place. So he says that when the impression in any form, in form of picture, in form of sound, in form of smell, in form of touch, when it goes to the brain, there is a flash of Atman on that. Flash of Atman, there is a consciousness in that. And you are supposed to catch that consciousness, realize that it is you or this consciousness. That is the whole game. That is one reason for which Swami Vivekananda started this karma yoga. The more karma you do with a pure mind, there are more and more chances for you to catch that flash of the Atman. To understand, one example I give. You know, in a picture, we have put a garland. So everybody can see the garland. When I say, you say, yes, it is true. That inside the garland cannot be a garland without a thread inside. What you see is the series of flowers only. But the flowers are connected to each other with the help of a thread inside. That thread is you. How it is possible? I know that this is phone, I know that this is Mr. So-and-so, this is Mrs. So-and-so. Who is one who recognizes everything as different kinds of knowledge comes to me and I am able to process it like different flowers are processed through one thread. And the thread is the consciousness. The thread is you, not the flowers. Even if I remove all the flowers, thread is still there. That's why when the sadhus or the sadhakas meet each other, and these are the code language, dhaga mila kya? Could you find the thread? Because we all are busy in counting the flowers only. Some are sattvika flowers. Monks, we are doing good activities, positive activities. Sometimes people do negative activities. We also do negativity maybe. So it is good and bad flowers are there. Thread is not affected because of bad flower or good flower. Thread remains thread. So you are that thread. Sri Krishna also says, Sutre Manigana Iva. If there is a string of pearls, I am the thread which holds all the pearls together. So this is the whole game. The game is, you must do karma. So we must learn how to do nishkama karma. That's the only spiritual practice from karma yoga point of view. But it is extremely difficult. Because we have a desire, and because of desire we do karma. But when you do karma without desire, how to do karma without desire? Yes, it is difficult. But you can do. You help somebody without even expecting any thanks from them. Because you know it is good to do good. That's why I am doing good. Not because I want appreciation from you. When you keep on doing more and more karma, without expectation, without any desire, only those karma becomes your nishkama karma. Karma without desire. If you do karma with desire, your desire may be fulfilled, may not be fulfilled. If it is fulfilled, your desire increases. If it is not fulfilled, that desire is converted into anger or greed. This is the only way is to do nishkama karma, karma without desire. But you say then why God created such difficult life for us? This question was asked to Sri Ramakrishna. If you say to realize truth is the goal of human life, then why God created me extrovert? Why God created our life so difficult to get purified, difficult to purify our mind, difficult to realize the truth? Why God did that? Sri Ramakrishna always gives two answers. First, say, how should we know? That is from a human point of view. Then he says the answer. God wants to churn out the best version of you. It is something like a student will ask a question. We all should pass graduation? Yes, we all should pass graduation. Then why question paper is so difficult? Just make an easy question paper and everybody will pass. No, that is illogical. The board wants to churn out who is the best student. That's why somebody has distinction, somebody first class, somebody second class, somebody third class, somebody fail. You prove your worth. You be eligible to pass it. And what is the eligibility? You understand that knowledge of that standard as best as possible and progress. You may not get 100 out of 100. Even if you get 50 out of 100, you pass it. They are not telling you to take 100 out of 100. 50 out of 100 you pass it. 50 out of 100 you pass it. 100 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 out of 100 you pass it. 1 But if you do not understand at all, how you are going to understand the higher knowledge? So we do work. So whole ball game is this. We are born extrovert. One shloka is there which you may have heard many times. Paranchikhani, the senses are extrovert. Vyatranat Swayambhu, God created your senses extrovert. Your eyes are able to see outside, not inside. Your ears are able to hear the sound which comes from outside, not sound of within. All the senses are extrovert. Tasmat paran pashyati. That's why we are extrovert. Because God created like this. Kaschid dhiraha. But there are some people. Antaratmana vaikshat. To realize the truth, to realize the pratyagatma, antaratma, or atman within, or that I am that atman, to realize that, avritta chakshu, close the eyes. Eyes closing is not a question. Closing the senses. Not allowing your senses to be tempted by the objects. Amritatvam icchan. That is the way to immortality. You must do it, but there is a technique to do it. If with that technique, if you do it, then the karma becomes karma yoga. That is the goal of karma yoga. So while talking this to Arjuna, Sri Krishna says, the watchword, the essence of the karma yoga, in one word if you need to know, is detachment. Detachment. We immediately get attached. Swami Vivekananda says in one place, the force with which we get attached to things, with the same force we should have in our hand to get detached from it. We know how to get attached, we don't know how to get detached. Even if we suffer, we cannot detach. Even physically we detach, mentally we cannot. So how to be detached? You be detached only by, Sri Ramakrishna says, vichara, by continuous discrimination. Thinking this, how to say, practical example. Unless you see the meaninglessness or worthlessness or valueless, till then, and what is that? For example, I take out $10 note and I cut it into two. Even if $10 doesn't belong to you, still you feel pain. Because the value of $10 is in your mind. It's not that $10 belong to you. Even if it doesn't belong to you, you feel, why? That value is in your mind. In the same way, till, for example, there is a phone. And I am attached to it. The moment if I come to know that this is a dummy phone, this is not a real phone, all my attachment will go away with the phone. What is the dummy phone? There is no use of it. Looks like a phone, but it is not phone. Only the casing is of phone. When you do, when you buy something, one question you ask always, what is the warranty period? 5 years, 10 years, okay. No, madam, you buy anything, there is no warranty. So what is your idea? This must be a useless. Why company is not ready to give warranty? If you come to know that objects of this world has a very short-term warranty. It is not long-lasting compared to eternity. In front of you it goes away. And my life itself is so small. Why do I think I should waste my life behind this and that? So continuous vichara, continuous discrimination can only bring little detachment. Either you understand it is not useful to me, then you become detached. Either you are saturated, so you don't have desire. So whichever way you have to be free from that desire. Desire is the watchword. If desire is not there, then only you can do karma yoga. Otherwise you can do karma as everybody does karma. And it doesn't matter who you are. Who you are doesn't matter. It could be anybody, biggest person in this world. But if doesn't have the detachment, he or she is a baddha jiva, a bound person in Maya. A person doesn't have anything. Look at that. Swami Vivekananda says in one place, somebody asks you, what is the difference between Eastern and Western religions? Swamiji said, in Eastern religion, when a person's needs are minimum, when person owns minimum things, he is considered great. Even a king will go and fall at the feet of a monk who has renounced everything. Why it is so? He doesn't have anything. Why a king should fall at his feet? King understands that he has understood something. And that's why he has renounced and he is free, unperturbed. And he is only trying to go within. We do not go for a big title. Who is a big title? In a worldly sense, yes, but otherwise not. But that's why you have this very interesting, modern young people may not know about it. That's why you have got Gotra. What is Gotra? And all the Gotras are named after certain rishis, not certain kings and monarchs. This is Eastern religion. If my forefathers are such great persons of renunciation, persons of knowledge, then you be proud of that. Because the wealth, the health, the beauty is there, it will last for a short period. Doesn't last eternally. So this idea, karma yoga is something when we have to do karma, let us do in a spirit which keeps us detached. If we are detached, then we may not be creating new karma. We will not be adding on to the accumulated karma. So there are more possibilities for you to exhaust your accumulated karma, and a time will come when you will be liberated. But before that also you can be liberated, provided in the meantime you realize that these were all attached to gross body and fine body, not to the Atman. So realizing Atman is the goal, and Karma Yoga should be able to help us. So till now we discussed Karma Yoga. We will take up a new subject from Bhagavad Gita for a new series of talk from the 2nd of February. Thank you. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu